Hello, people in the flower world. Today is a very, very, very beautiful day for me because I am a big fan of this man that sits actually next to us, of Harijanto Setiawan from Boenga Flowers in Singapore. Hari, most welcome and thank you very much for joining our chat.
My pleasure. Thank you, Sylvia, and thank you for your exclusive flowers for inviting me here.
It's such a pleasure. Hari, I'm following you and your work for a long time and maybe a bit in the back and not always like very, very much to be in the front. But you are doing extraordinary flower artwork. Tell us a little bit where this all started. Like how many years back like your flower story has started and how it went actually.
Okay. Actually, first time I did not even touch flowers. It's basically like, yes, I love flowers. I see beautiful flowers. I like it. But I started when after I did 7 years in architecture, which actually I graduated from architecture studies. So after that, I thought that, hey, maybe like, doing flowers is more fun. And I think that is okay, maybe it can make a little bit of money and easy to make. I just thought that easy to make, because like,
Yeah,
after
this is
that,
what we
then
all
it
think, before we are in
yeah,
when we see the
yeah,
pictures
and
only. It looks beautiful and so simple. Yeah, sorry to
yeah,
interrupt you.
and yeah, no worries. And it's in the architecture, the process is pretty long. In the planning, in the detailing, you need a little bit time consuming, like 1 year, 2 years, just want to build up, example, one house. But in the wedding, it just totally different. Like people can be, hey, next 3 months I'm getting married. Can you give me something beautiful? So I think that this something that we want to sell. This is memorable, priceless memory that I think that I want to start to do this flower arrangement. So in the first beginning, actually, I really took victim. Actually, it was my colleague in the architecture. Then they got married. Hey, do you want some flowers? And I want to do it for you. Then he just rolled the eyes. They said, are you sure you can do flowers? Say something like that. Don't ruin my wedding. Become very ugly. Like, oh no, no, no. What is we try? So I think that's the experience that I think I call it priceless. So the first time I learned flowers after I quit from architecture for 7 years, I I took a course, private course to Australia, which actually I learned from Eva. It actually is Greg Coller's friend. She's from Germany also. So she told me that, Harianta, what do you want to learn? So I said that I don't know. Basically everything I want to learn, but I have only limitation for 15 days to learn. So I did private course with her in Australia, in Perth. So it was shocking for me because it's not as easy as what I thought. Then the first second week she told me, why you don't do a demonstration in front of public in the library and help me? I said, what? Yeah, I have to talk even, and after just learning for 15 days. But I think that is motivated me until I am as who I am now. I mean, it's bad or good. I think that we still flowering until now. Yeah.
Wow. And how many years back is this now, what you are talking when you were still in the architectural world and then you moved?
Transition.
Yeah, you transit.
Uh, it was year 2002 when the first time I started to do flower arrangement. So it has been almost 18 years now.
Wow.
It's 18 years, yeah. It's not that long actually compared to some of my friends who's really they started from young. But I think that it's never been late to appreciate flowers and the beauty of the flowers.
It has nothing to do with the age or with the time. I think somebody that has a passion, it has the passion from the first day, whether we
Yeah.
are very much like well trained or maybe we are still in the process of learning. But I think we all still learn until we die. I think this is what we do,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
everyone
It's
in its own field, and particularly in the flower industry where like there's so many different styles in the world, like natural and elegant and whatever people do, like ikebana
Yeah.
and whatsoever. And everyone can actually find its own niche. And also, what I personally believe is, sometimes you don't even have to really personally like the style from someone else, but whatever you learn from somebody else's techniques, that you can actually take over to your own style. What do you think about? Is that right or not?
I do totally agree because we have to live in the. I mean, if I have to say that, so many people doing flowers, so many people different style like fashion designs. So I believe that what we are doing is get inspired by others, like or be
Correct.
inspiring to others also. So from that we develop our own style because I believe when you have your own style, regardless people say, hey, what kind of style that you have is so chichi,
Yeah.
I don't like it. I'm fine with this because like not everybody love certain styles. So for me,
Yeah.
just be your own style, always be the best. Yeah.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's like in fashion, I always say this, there are so many designers out there. Not everyone is wearing the same styles. There are so many to choose from.
Yeah.
And you just have to go towards like the ones that you really feel attracted to. And there's no right and wrong in floristry. I mean, there is no, okay, you're doing it the right way and someone else is doing it the wrong way. It's just somehow like what you are attracted to most, what speaks to you. I mean, flowers is an emotion. Like it's something that goes deeper than just looking at things. It's somehow something that speaks to you. And I think that is something what people like tend to forget. It's not, there's no, okay, this is maybe a style, a technique, and maybe if you learn it from someone, you can like take it and just apply it in your own way. But it's not that you can really qualify it as this is like usually as a wrong design or this is like a right design. Can I ask you like one question? Now that you say you have like not jumped, or you have more jumped into the flower industry and you have not really like a long history of like training from a very young age,
Yeah.
when you look at things now, and I think like in your style one can see it, are you inspired, or like what inspires you from your previous work, that you're taking on to where you are right now working with flowers? Like would you say like your past career has inspired the way how you do design right now?
Yeah, I think I learned a lot from architecture because like
Yeah.
where we have to do the sculptural or very structured, or even we do a little bit playing with colors because in architecture we have plenty of colors. And aside from that, because I love very much traveling, so I think it's like this country culture, perhaps the other country culture, and what they have in the detail in the design. I think it's very interesting. So for me, like also I love fashion also. So that's why like I see, oh, actually that maybe like now it's a trend, it's like these colors, this kind of texture. I think that's it really inspired me a lot to combine it with flowers. So of course in the flowers thing, in the flower world, that I can say that I keep doing trial and error. But what you say is so true because very almost none that flowers will kill people. So it's nothing wrong, nothing right, except like I'm not like a doctor, I give a wrong medicine. But flowers is something that very personal, what I believe. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that's why, like, for a lot of
Yeah.
people, maybe out there, that think maybe right now they are, I don't know, they maybe they feel trapped in what they're doing. They maybe do not like the job that they are doing, or they maybe think that they are destined to do something else. I think your story, as so many others that we hear, is keep pushing forward. You will find your passion. You will find something that inspires you to wake up in the morning and that you really enjoy doing. But also what I believe is whatever step you are taking like in your career, will at one point help you to reach where you
Yeah.
are. It's never wasted time to start, like as you have started in architecture, and now you're taking this up to like create your own style and be inspired with what you know and what you have seen before. And I think that is always important for people. And I think right now a lot of people might like really think about, like, is this the right space I am in? Is this the right thing that I am doing? Like, is it worth doing what I'm doing right now? And I think, I mean, everyone has a passion, and I see a lot of people here from all over the world:
Yeah.
Kenya, Zimbabwe, South Africa, Singapore, Jakarta. I mean, they are inspired by what you are doing, and then I think that's beautiful to see that there are so many people out there who follow you also and who you inspire. Can I maybe ask you one more thing? When you look now
Yeah.
around, what is it that like that inspires you? Is it people? Is it still architecture? Is it like nature? What is it like that inspires you in your daily work?
Okay, I think is for me, I think the one that really inspired me actually is people. What you say is right because from the people behavior example, so I saw that last time people want to do like, okay, I want to give this flower in the big arrangement when I saw in the train station, but none of them in Singapore. Some of them pretty shy to carry big flowers. So example, oh, because they are shy, so maybe we have to create flower a little bit simpler and put it maybe more practical inside the box or something like that, you know. So I think that at the end of the day we keep learning that this is what's people actually uh, 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 doing it now, or what people actually react to flowers in the lately, what in the recent days. So also I think that it's very important that even though we see that people what they are doing, but we have to have our own vision for myself, like, okay, hey, maybe we tried this, that people never done this, and you never know, maybe like people may like it or don't like it. I think that sometimes we have to think about a little bit crazy mind that, oh, I don't care, people does like it, but at least we try. I don't feel regret in the future when I said, oh, I tried that before, but maybe it's not workable for other people.
Mm-hmm.
But at least that is the attempt that to share our knowledge and our inspiration to others. Yeah.
And we are,
That's amazing.
yeah,
Yeah.
and we are very happy that you shared today actually not only your knowledge, also a little bit later you will like share and show us a little bit about like of your design. So but before we come to that, we might actually also talk a little bit about what are you doing, like when you do events or how you do that. We know you do quite up to big events, and in Singapore, like weddings, for example, we spoke about that before, going up to in ballrooms up to 700 people, which is quite a very high number. At the moment, there is not a lot happening. How do you actually see like yourself from coming like from this big huge events with big installations, going into very small like intimate events? How you see yourself into this in the floristry? Is it difficult for you to downscale, or is it rather like that you say
It's a new
it's a
challenge.
new challenge, or finally I can go so much in detail because it's so intimate, so small?
Okay, I think that is totally different story what we are talking in the floristry. That I always believe that in the floristry I have two side of faces. So one is to persuade your passion, and this is a bit, call it so arty, but the other one is commercial, where you earn the money to support this art. As
Yes.
a designer or professional like floral designers like I'm doing now, it is a little bit hard to penetrate in the market, which is mean what I can do actually to just to give or share the education or the knowledge to the people, example couple when they are getting married. Hey, you can use these flowers because these flowers is cheaper, bigger, and is in the trend now. And I think when you use in the big composition, it will be very impactful. And in other way also, like telling them like aside, because normally for the big wedding that it has planner, but from the flower side normally we have a lot that coordination for this a big wedding normally is very difficult, because we deal with human being, we deal with so many thing, nature, that flowers maybe after carrying up from the warehouse going to the car, and after that out to the lorry or big truck and move to the ballroom, and ballroom have limitation of the timing, and also the air conditioning sometimes is not on yet, and plenty of coordination. So I think is leading in this kind of big works, I think is a challenge. So we need, I cannot say that it's trial and error, because wedding is have to be perfect, and wedding has to be completed before the time. Exactly. I cannot, oh, it can't finish. Can you get married tomorrow? It's okay. We still doing a nice, beautiful flower. So I think it's about time management. I think that is very important in
Mm-hmm.
the wedding, and I think also tactful enough to settle or to solve the problem when the problem arrived for the last minute. I think that's a challenge for floral designers like us. I think for the big event. As for the floral art, that normally I do a little bit more detail, a little bit more like kind of okay. I use funky material here and there. I think it's for, I don't say for my own pleasure, but I think that this I want to share to people also, and give back to the society that hey, actually I can do something like that. And I think that's quite beautiful if you can use something new material. I think that's about how we have to share to people and educate people and how to use a new material. I think that's very important.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Interesting, but I also think like the big scale of installations you are doing also needs quite a lot of preparation and a good team actually. You have to prep quite well in advance to execute on the day of the event. Like in a very good way, and we are talking about like huge installations, and everyone that knows what you are doing knows exactly when I say huge installations, it's like a landscape sometimes on a stage or in a ballroom, and
Yeah.
it looks like a little world on its own, and also because a lot of people, maybe particularly here in Africa, they a lot of clients like what they see, but sometimes there is an irritation in the type of budgets that is needed for something like that. So when we are talking about huge installations, we are also talking about bigger budgets of about, let's say, from 10,000 onwards, US dollar. So how long you actually prepping for such events, and how big basically is your team?
Okay. I think it's the difficulty here in Singapore, especially, and in Asia, that sometimes like client mostly when they first approach us or approach the planner, I believe that they don't know how much they have to spend the flowers, because that hopefully everybody will be the first time they are getting married. They said, oh Harijanto, I don't know how much to spend for flowers. Unlike hotel of the food, they can expect in the certain amount they have to pay. So for me, I always direct them, and I will tell them, okay, how about in this kind of range, for example 10,000, how about in that kind of range of 30,000, are you comfortable or not comfortable? And I said the difficulty for us actually to give a fee and vision them, which actually, okay, your design will be something like that. So we start to do hand sketch, or sometimes we have to present them with computer rendering. So to minimize actually the discrepancy between the expectation and what the designer mind that we have. So this is very important, because sometimes they keep telling, oh Harijanto, I want lilac, lilac. I say okay, like when we give lilac, actually what they want is pink. So for me, I always a little bit particular about this. So I always say that, okay, if lilac, maybe you can give me some sample of lilac that you think that is your colors.
Yes.
I say like that. So a little bit more micro in managing this kind of customer in nowadays. So I think that's what we are doing now. And of course, also the give assurance to them. Don't worry, it will look beautiful. And if you see my sketches or my computer rendering, it will be 80% and above will be similar as what we envision. So because I don't want to say, oh, this is artist impression only. Let's normally when people selling food in the menu, artist impression, we come, hey, how come different? Because as a food, you can repeat and buy again. But getting married, you can't repeat it except you marry again
That's
Exactly.
right.
another person. Yeah. So this is actually to build the assurance and to build a comfortable feeling to the client. It's the most difficult.
Mm.
As another challenge is for our own side, actually it's our team, because make sure that the team, even though they work very well, but because we believe that every wedding, every event, every design, it has own difficulty because they use different flowers, different technique, different prop,
Mm-hmm.
different kind of materials. So sometimes that I say to them, look in the situation is very important because sometimes young florists tend to be, this just easy. Anyway, we do 50 table, have to be the same, a little bit different, it's okay. Yes, I do agree because nature never been the same. But I told them that, hey, if how about this from 50 and the one that you did is not nice, and coincidentally there's the VIP person or VIP people are sitting in that table. So I said that is very important for our image. So I think perfection is very important in doing this. They call it mega wedding or big scale. So I
That's
always
right.
see from micro
Yeah.
going to macro. Yeah,
Yeah, that's right.
yeah,
Like when you are talking like that, it comes up to me like we all have, like in our jobs we have challenges, right? Sometimes we don't even like expect those
yeah.
challenges until they come closer to us. So what was actually the biggest challenge for you? Like, don't even have to say when it was or what it was. Just like what did completely unexpected hit you, and it was a challenge that you had to make a plan for, in the flower, like
Okay.
flower.
Uh, okay, we had some situation before that actually like example like the couple really want to have example like the peony as a main flowers and huge wedding, but at the end of the day, from Holland is no more seasons, so we have
Mm.
to have to persuade the customer that it's very difficult. Customer say, oh, Harijanto, I pay for peony, but at the end of the day you don't even have peony, you ruin my wedding,
Oh.
this kind of thing. So I said, hey, this is not the one that we wanted to give you others. Even I can prove them that check to the wholesalers directly, or even in some of the part of the world that actually they not producing or
Mm.
harvesting any managing the situation itself. So normally for us, like we have to be professionally give a solution. Like how about you are taking this? Maybe like a little bit. Even we have to lose money in the business. Just want to this client because it's even though we have to say that is we can prove 100% that peony won't be there, but maybe we replace something similar. We can give their garden roses, or we give them something
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
like the a little bit even more value for money for them, so they feel a little bit better. But difficult customers sometimes just, I know as a floral designer, we have to have a long intestine. We have to be very patient and keep
Yeah.
smiling, even though they not make your day. But this is our duty. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, yeah,
Harry, I wish sometimes we African would have a little bit more of the Asian patience. That would maybe in a certain circumstances would help a lot.
yeah,
Is there finally
yeah.
any? Yeah, is there finally anything that Hari is actually dreaming still to do? Like the most of us, we still have a little like dream in our mind to say, if one client or if one event would come up with that's actually my dream.
Okay, I think I think my dream always been now, if talk about wedding, that of course we want to do something that a little bit spectacular with a lot of effect for technology, like something that people never done before. That's why we keep trying to develop this, like hopefully one day, if I don't say fake team, but a couple who willingly to spend and understand art quite well and willingly to try, because it's, yes, we don't have more up or we don't have trial, but just make sure on that day will be good. But this is the thing that I think future or futuristic wedding, that's all about. Of course, most of the brides mostly they want, oh Harianto, I want very elegant, I want very glamorous, very difficult to find like people. Oh Harianto, I want very funky, I want very crazy wedding or something like that.
Yeah.
It's not so. Yeah, the one that they want crazy, sometimes they don't have a little budget, but the one that is very safe, they want just very demure, very elegant, they have budget. So I think that God is fair but unfair in other way. Yeah, yeah, just smile and be happy. Yeah.
Okay, we are looking for the crazy brides for Hari.
But it's amazing. I think it's amazing when couples can give designers also a little bit like the freedom to just do whatever. I
Yeah,
mean, obviously, is within the whatever they want. I mean, even if it's safe, it's say okay, make it romantic, make it whimsical, make it. But still, I think the beauty of every design comes with the freedom that, or the amount of freedom that actually couples give, or any customer gives for like the result, the end result of the design. So, and I think whatever theme, whether it is romantic, modern, minimalist, like avant-garde, crazy, like the more freedom or the more trust. And I think it comes back to trust. Everything comes back to trust, specifically also in the flowers. But I think a lot of brides still, like, they're trying to hold on a lot, and some even forget why they are actually paying for a professional. They're paying for a professional because you or whoever they are actually paying knows exactly what they're doing and what is necessary to pull up a certain style. And I think the more
I
freedom and
do.
the more trust couples have, the better the end result, and the better you can really like make your work presentable to their guests, and to, by the end of the day, the families and the couple itself. Don't you think? Like, do you think like the ingredients for
I
a perfect design is obviously, like, from a customer perspective, is trust and freedom? And of course, like, from your end, it's quality products, it's time management, it's like all the organizational side. But from a client, what would you wish, like, from a client to receive, to say, you know what, let me do my job. Like, if I can do my job, what is it, like, the two or three ingredients that you say, this would make my life so much easier?
Yeah, I think I totally agree what you said, because sometimes they are, as a customer, they forgot that we are designers. So when they approach us, at least they have already known what we have been doing, or what kind of style that we able to do. And sometimes they told me like, Haryanto, I want like this, the tweaks must be like that, this one like that, like that, like that. I think I just said that, yeah, it could be done, but it's, I think, the end of the day, like, I just come back to make a joke with them. So if you are seeing doctor, do you mean you determine what medicine or what treatment that you want to have before the doctor said? I say like that. So you don't need doctor actually, or you don't need even floral designer like us, because
Mm,
what you want is just a contractor. You don't need a floral
mm.
designer or professional like us, right?
Yeah.
So this is come back to the trust and how the couple actually, because nowadays so many Instagram, so many uh, 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 if you see in many ways is apps or whatever that they see in the digital thing, that they say, oh, I want to see this or I want to see that, but at the end of the day, like, they don't understand whether this is suitable for the location, they are good enough for the couple and matching what they really want and what the dream wedding about. So yeah, come back to we have to educate them. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
This is very important what you say, maybe
yeah,
your last sentence. We we have not always to take the client's advice as something set in stone, because a client mostly
yeah,
has not the vision like what you as a designer can produce and what you can see. Some clients come maybe and see like two three different pictures on Pinterest, and they want to get features or particularly parts out of that. But maybe for you as a
yeah,
designer, it doesn't fit together. But you have the duty to guide your client in the way that you they can achieve what they are dreaming, and it comes together as a special design. I hope I have explained it, that it makes sense what I mean. But I
yeah,
think this is
yeah,
exactly
yeah,
what I always try to explain. Like young floral designer, they say, yeah, but the bride said that, and they want this, and they want this, and that, but I don't know how I can fit this together. And then I'm always saying, you don't have to, because it is your duty to guide your bride according to what they wish, of course, according to what they wish, but to make this professionally possible into a design that you create for them.
I do totally agree, Sylvia.
Thank
Yeah.
you. And now we want to see something.
And a lot of other people
Okay.
like New Delhi, Pakistan,
Yeah,
Indonesia.
the
Like
whole
I
world.
have like a long list here of
Yeah.
people that are eager to see what you are doing for us.
Okay. For this afternoon, actually, that is thank you for everybody for watching this. And actually, as I know that this actually puzzle of the stories actually is more to the conversation. But for myself, that I just want to share that what you can do easily this during pandemic to brighten up your day. That actually like something quite easy to achieve, but is also not too much time consuming and still artistic. So let me start with the piece. So the first piece that I want to do, just give me a while. I will move my chair. Then I will take
Yes.
the glass. Okay. Yeah. Can you see the glass? Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
Yeah.
wonderful.
yes.
So actually, for me, is when we have this kind of glass, basically, yes, you can stock with a lot of flowers. But for me, I just want to do a little bit first. Normally for installation, I need to fill up. This is with water and just this just make it as a base. So what I'm going to do is actually I'm preparing something with actually I'm using this agave. Yeah,
Wow.
this agave. Yeah, this agave is actually is very commercial that I put inside. Not even I put glass tube because normally people say, Harianta, I don't have glass tube because like I'm not really a professional floral designers that for competition have glass tube something like that. So what we are what I prepared here is actually I'm using Lunaria, which
Yes,
actually is bleached already Lunaria, and we use the very thin 28 silver wire. Yeah. So inside this, I
Wonderful.
put already Oasis foam inside.
It
So
looks
just
very
very
fluffy and
easy. You
light.
just
I like
yeah,
that.
yeah, and just can move and just put it at the top. Looks like floating. So this is with this example. You want to do it this in the reception table. It's just beautiful by itself. But let me put some flowers here. Okay. So I'm putting here actually, this is one of my favorite, which actually panicum grass. So we do
mm-hmm.
this grass and we make it a little bit kind of, yeah. Um, so this is inside we have foam. So people no need to worry that, oh, wow, I need a lot of water to fill up this. I think you don't need that water and just be happy. And of course, This is one of my favorite. It's not the cheapest, unfortunately. It's Viburnum Snowball because I love the color very much. It's actually a lime green and very refreshing. You know, during this COVID, I want something very fresh because the word is very gloomy. So we want something refreshing, very pure. Yeah. So yeah. So this is use snowball. Of course, after this, I'm using also viburnum berry. If you see this viburnum berry, I use a
Yes.
little bit just to give a little bit of structure. I love this very much because it's very lasting. Yeah. Okay. So if you see, actually, it's twisted. You see like this, but I haven't finished up. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm doing the others. Yes. And we have also carmozine berry. Yeah, this one is very lasting, and this
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
is normally can stay for so many days. Actually, it's almost 2 weeks. Can stay beautifully. So we just follow
Wow.
because
That's
this
lovely.
is my first arrangement. I'm doing a horizontal. Of
Mm-hmm.
course, this is also I'm using ranunculus, the very beautiful
Wow.
butterfly
Yeah.
ranunculus. Yeah,
Beautiful.
yeah, it's a little bit costly when come to Singapore, but well, it is always be beautiful normally beforehand bouquet. Yeah,
Yes,
so
and
we
it's
have
just a joy
this.
for the heart
Yeah.
to see that, and it fits beautifully into the color theme.
Yeah, yes, it's white and green, and of course I never remove the stem because this is
Mm-hmm.
very
Yeah.
beautiful line.
Texture.
It's
So
texture.
so
Yeah.
yeah, that's right. So we just put it inside. Now I just filling up again with something. Um, actually, it's a cotinus hair or monkey hair, not in season. We love this very much
It
to
is.
give a
Is it
very
smoke
kind of
bush? Ari, is it smoke bush?
uh um they call it cotinus
Yeah, cotinus.
hair.
It's smoke.
Cotinos,
It is in
yes.
Cotinus.
season right
Yes,
now. One can get it. We had it
yes,
last week here.
yeah. It's a beautiful cotinus hair. It's
Yeah,
come in the green and a bit
and
red
the red.
color. Yeah,
And red. Yeah.
yes, that's right. Yeah. So let me clean up a little bit. I just add a little bit here. So you see that the design, what I want to achieve, actually something very, uh, um, very soft, very flowing. Of course, we need a little bit of nice flower. That the flower that I want to use here. I use this actually. Yeah, Nigella.
Ah, Nigella.
Nigella.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful.
Nigella, yes, yeah. Just sometimes in our weather, it's drop very fast because maybe of the humidity. So it's
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
sometimes it doesn't stay so long, but still have the look. Yeah, so we have this. So in my design, normally I'm not using for the art. I'm not using too much flowers, but just a little bit variety to make it like cooking. I love a lot of ingredient. You know, it's just to make it more exciting.
Mm-hmm. And you know what actually
Yeah,
fascinates me all the time? Uh, because a lot of people believe that you can make beautiful things only with lots of flowers. But what you are showing here is in a certain way a little bit a minimalistic style, with not just a lot of flowers. I mean, like with the lunaria, that's maybe one bunch of lunaria that you created
yeah,
such a beautiful
yeah,
like base on this arrangement.
It's
uh,
about the creativity, you know.
exactly,
It's not
exactly.
about how many number of
yeah,
Yeah,
stems you
yeah,
have.
yeah,
It's about how you apply them.
exactly. And this is what I want actually
yeah,
our people in particular here in Africa to see, that one has not only to have a lot of flowers to make something beautiful.
Yeah, and I think indeed I just use this for just half bundle of lunaria, half bundle only. Then I love
Mm.
this lunaria because is I can recycle it for other design in the future because it's of course uh, save a little bit of money. Yeah. So this is allium. Yeah, is a curly one.
Oh,
Mm.
wow.
Yeah, I love this. That's only the smell, a little bit onion, So it's
Yes.
good when for yeah, yeah. So the moral is sometimes beautiful girl is smelly. Oh no, joking. Yeah, this one is smelly. Yeah. So I have some a little bit more cottiness here as a
Okay.
finishing.
Mhm.
Yes, to make it. Of
How you
course,
keep the cottiness
this one.
alive, Hari? Do you do something that it's not drying out because it quickly can dry out? Is there any like secret that you can let us know?
Actually, cottiness, yes, a little bit very easy to dry. But when for me, normally I put really in the cold chiller that normally it stay a little bit longer. Yeah, but it's
Okay.
not warranty. But for me, I always take up all the leaf first. So when the leaf all I take out, then normally the hair will last a little bit longer because I believe that the water will go and going to the hair, not going to the leaf. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Thank
this
you.
is what I have actually in Singapore. They call it blue pea or butterfly pea plants that actually the flowers is blue colors normally to make coloring for the fruit become blue colors. Yeah. So
Okay.
I
Mhm.
love this because I love the stem. So I just use this to make sure that have a little bit of flow, but I will trim first. Yeah, to look beautiful, you must cut your hair. So I have to cut this hair a little bit.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, yeah. So we have a flow, little, yeah, and of course we have also here a little bit in this side, and I trim a little bit here just to give. Okay, okay. So
Beautiful.
if
It's
you
like a
see
beautiful dinner table
this design,
arrangement. Like this is would perfectly
yeah,
fit to like an anniversary dinner now that you cannot have big
yeah.
gatherings or
So
like yeah
actually
something beautiful just
you
even
can
for a nice
see,
lunch.
Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, so you can see from the other side also actually is 360-degree. So
Yes.
I think
Amazing.
that is it's just flowing and easy and very easy. And you want to remove after dinner very easy. Just leave up everything and just be happy. Yeah. So this is yeah,
Happy
this is
Harry.
my
Thank
first
you.
design. Yeah, the second design is of course I prepare also.
Wow. Even another one.
It's a little bit more
Whoa.
playful.
Oh, what is
Actually,
this?
you have this three box here, but
Yeah.
what I did here is a little bit playful. Actually, price tag for the fashion that normally we
Can you
have
come
it.
a bit closer,
Some
maybe with the camera, that we can see that?
yeah. So this is the price
Okay.
Oh
tag. Yeah,
wow.
if you
Okay.
see, yeah, the
Yes.
price tag. It's not the
Ah,
cable
yes.
tie,
Now I see that.
but you
Yeah, yeah,
see the
yeah, yeah.
price tag. Yeah. Yeah. So what we do actually, we attach together. If you see this together and you just clip it and you will see this is the wire. You
Ah
have something like that.
yes.
Ah, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's very
That's
cool.
Two
interesting.
together. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
people
after
say
that,
also
we
amazing
apply them.
structure and
Yeah.
it's really different.
Yeah. So after that, I glue a little bit with the bleach hydrangea, wet colors. Just give a little bit kind of body and make it a little bit more fluffy, like fairy tale a little bit. And it's a contrast because this one is very dark, which actually is very
Yes.
Yes.
masculine in the sense of and this is quite feminine, very very fragile. And in
Yes.
between, I just make to make sure that it's glowing. I put a gold leaf here. It's normally for painting when you do a gold foil leaf and just glue it
Mm-hmm.
a little bit, then you have a gold simmering here. Okay, for this color flowers,
Okay.
what I'm going to do is very easy because I will put water later, and inside I have already put a tube. Actually, what I'm going to do is just slot in here clematis. Yes, so we have this clematis. So actually, the purpose of this wire also can hold the flower well, so the flower won't fall and easily going to that
Mm.
way.
So you have a
Yeah,
tube
so
inside the bark, right, Hari?
that's right. Yes, yes. We have a tube inside the box, and of course we use also just now the wire to tie this nicely. Yeah,
It's amazing.
yeah, yeah. So you have this. So it's this one. I'm not
Like
using
growing
plenty
out
of
of the
Yes.
it's
yeah,
very
so,
unique.
yeah, and I think that is
I
a
think a lot
little
of
bit
people would fear that there is no balance,
yeah,
that it would like fall out from the glass cylinder. Uh, but is it
yeah.
heavy, Harry? Is it heavy?
No, it's very light. It's very light
Okay.
and very good. Even like this, it's okay. It's very light and
Okay.
yeah. As long as this you put it straight, it will be a balance well. So we have spirea also here.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Spirea just to make it that yeah a little bit more texture for the spirea. Also we have also menta, or we call it mint. Yeah, we have here.
Ah. Hmm.
Yeah, mint. Yeah, a little bit. We have also still spirea a little bit. So this is very the prop you can keep it, and actually when you want to do party, you just very quick, just reuse it, and you can do
Mm.
this for it's 10 minutes arrangement, 5 minutes arrangement, and still
Yes.
looks
Yes.
beautiful for this. Yes, and we have
And
also
even
because
for
for
a
me normally
hotel or for even as
yeah
a on a desk maybe at the office. It's unbelievably beautiful.
yeah. And we use this as a focal, which is I put it a mini phalaenopsis here growing. Yeah, yes.
Well, what is it like the last one? Is it a Vanda or what is it? No.
Mini phalaenopsis,
Ah, mini
Mini
phalaenopsis.
phalaenopsis
Yeah, I'm
phalaenopsis.
sorry. I
orchid.
couldn't see it
Yeah,
because
the
your hand
mini
was in
one.
front.
Yes,
That's nice.
yeah, yeah. So we have a little bit something behind. Of course, now I will take I will cut something here. Again, is the blue pea or butterfly pea, just giving a little bit
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
of
Yes.
texture to make it
Oh wow.
three-dimensional here. Yeah.
Hmm.
See,
Like a
then you
fairy
see this
tale
is glow.
forest that you are
Yeah.
creating
Yeah.
there.
So that's for me I call it enough because I don't want to put so full because I
Yeah.
still want to people to enjoy this a little bit of
Yes.
the hard work or the
Structure.
craft of the price tag. Like yes. So yeah, this is my second design. So today I have only two design, which actually the first one was horizontal and this is
Yes.
vertical. Hope everybody enjoy,
Amazing.
and just this is just to cheer up during this very gloomy pandemic
Exactly.
COVID period, that everybody let's keep flowering and still happy doing flowers. I think it's very important. Yeah, the spirit of doing flowers is very important. Without this,
Yeah.
where are we? We have responsibility to educate, and we still want to do business with flowers. Do you agree, girls? Yeah.
Yes,
Yes,
110%.
100%.
So thank you so much, first of all. And I mean, people are in awe, like what I can just read.
Yeah.
A perfect balancing, amazing design, beautiful flowers and
Thank
foliage,
you.
amazing structure, very innovative. love the horizontal, love the vertical.
Beautiful.
Like a lot of people are commenting. So thank you so much. And it's just a
My
pure joy
pleasure.
to just
My
see like how easy you make it look like.
Yeah.
And what I just want to know is, when people are interested
Yeah.
in learning more, like from you, like from your skills, how can people reach out to you? Like, are there any online courses that you have lined up?
okay.
Just tell people a little bit more about like what is currently possible for you. I mean, traveling obviously is not
Okay.
like on the agenda, but how can they reach you and how can they learn from you in this time?
Okay, this currently the one that we are developing also. We try for other countries like in Asia. Like, actually, like I don't mind to do and happily to do that kind of online learning. What we need actually a great people like Sylvia, like you girls. Then example, okay, let's do it in South Africa, and you supply this material to your people, and
Yeah.
we do by Zoom and we do together online because from online also I can check what kind of work and how they are doing it. And I think it's very intimate class that we are building this by online. So it is very possible as long as we find a great friend who able to support and to supply all the materials to your country. That is
I mean,
important.
we
Yeah.
are
I
totally
think
in.
if
Like whoever wants in Africa to take part on the online class of Harry, we are happy to supply the
Support.
flowers and support whatever we can. So I mean, like we all are in the same situation. We have to support each other, and I'm absolutely happy to support you.
thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I mean, it was really beautiful to watch you. I have people saying here your Zoom classes rock. And like, how do you get all those brilliant ideas? So people obviously are in love with your style and with your design. And I mean, there's just so much to learn from you. And it's been an amazing morning or an afternoon at your side or almost evening. Thank you so much for sharing. And I think this is what is important right now, to lift also people's spirits in this time. And I really applaud you also for doing this, because we know that every designer, every creative, I mean, this time is struggling. And I mean, this is a real fact. I mean, we are not doing what we are used to be, what we have been used to do. There are no big events out there. There are no big weddings out there. And everyone just need to like look after themselves. But I think the real gift is when you give, and you have given a lot to us and a lot of people. So thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. And I just really see people raving about you. And
Yeah.
there is some people that say would love to have you in South Africa. So there
Yeah,
you go,
Marika, wonderful.
Marika.
I think
More
we'll
than
have the
happy.
support
See
from
you
our
soon in South
from
Africa.
yes. Harry, I promise you one day you will be our guest and we will watch together the dolphins. I can promise you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you to everybody. And I hope to see you again. And please be positive. And we have hope and faith that we will be flowering again and blooming again. So,
That's
all the
Oh,
best
wonderful.
and have
wonderful
a nice
words.
evening.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you
Thank you,
you.
so
Harry.
much.
Thank you for your time and for your effort. It is so much appreciated. And I spoke to Chrissy this morning. I should not forget actually to send you her regards. She wanted to be on. And I think what we learned the last couple of weeks also, Asia supported us so much. Chrissy and you all did wonderful demonstrations. And I think this is also something that touched in particular in my heart, because we haven't asked for that. You came up with these ideas to do something for us, for our flower industry. And I think
We
this is,
appreciate this a lot.
yeah,
A
so
lot.
much appreciated. Thank you so much
Thank you.
and have a wonderful
My
day.
pleasure.
I just have one request, please, Harry. Can you
Goodbye.
take pictures of the two
Yes.
designs and post it, because people are
Yes.
asking for like a close up of the designs that you have done for them to just have a closer look at them?
I will.
Wonderful. You stay
Definitely. I
safe
will take
and all
photos
the
and
very
post it.
best. Take care of yourself. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye
You
bye.
too. Goodbye.